Danielle, I got to start with you. I wouldn't normally ask someone what was in the bottle of pills, but you're giving us real life. Are those medicines, or is that a med that you take to treat your mental health issues?
Yeah, I've been on medication for years now, and I think especially now it's important to open up and talk about it because so many of us are dealing with heightened anxiety, and there are so few people who are willing to talk about it. And I knew when this happened that it would probably be best if I upped my medication just like on the defense, and I definitely think that was a good move.
A lot of people obviously struggle with sleep issues during this quarantine. We hear a lot of conversation about it. We also know that the minute you start not sleeping, it can spiral out of control and make depression or any other things you're struggling with far more complicated. That was a part of your concern with your own body, the absence or loss of sleep and not being able to regulate.
At night, just your mind just plays tricks on you, and it can keep you from sleeping, which then spirals during the day because you're exhausted.
Adam, it's interesting to watch you there talk about, listen, I'm ready to go to work. I said to my friend the other day, I remember sitting home saying, I just want to be home in my pajamas all day. That was pre-pandemic. Now, that is our reality, and it is the most dreadful thing, the idea of staying home all day in your pajamas, not talking with anyone.
Well, when this all started, we didn't know how long this was going to last, right? So it was nice to think maybe I'll have a couple of weeks off. I can spend time with the family. We don't get that much time usually. And then it just became, it was taking longer and longer. And I was going out of my mind. I had to find something to do. I can't sit still. I need to be busy, and that just got us going for what we were prepared for while we were stuck at home. I started cleaning like crazy, cooking like crazy, getting ready for when I will get back to work, getting that ready. I had to keep busy. I was driving Danielle crazy. She would look, and I'm just standing there hovering her or pacing around, and I had to find a project.
Adam, you've got the kids who are watching. Obviously, they were in, I think, their little lounge clothes, and they're kind of falling into the cycle that you are falling in, and that a lot of parents, when you're just home, we don't know. We don't know what is order anymore, and then you go to the next extreme of trying to do 500 projects at once, and then that becomes overwhelming as well.
Everybody's in bed by 2 o'clock, taking a nap, watching a movie, right. And you get stuck in this, like you get lethargic and tired, and it becomes normal. And that's why I was saying I need to get back to work. I can't live like this for much longer.
Right. I mean, we can't sustain. And I know that, Danielle, your podcast mentions martini in the title. People are struggling all over. And it's like you are taking a prescription medicine for your issues that have been diagnosed. But then, you have people overindulging in wine to try to deal with all of this. I mean, what are you hearing? How do you balance it? And also, how do you stay safe?
I think there's this pent-up idea that people need to appear like they're handling it great and that everything's perfect and that they're loving homeschooling and it's going great and the kids are so easy to be around. And I think when you give people the outlet to actually talk about it, then that's the best way that we can cope and the healthiest way we can cope. And so by opening that door up for people and letting them have that to vent, and we meet and we do virtual sessions, and just hearing us talk about it every week on our podcast and the stuff that we post on our Instagram account, I think it all is a ripple effect that it lets people know it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to say, I am not handling this well. And, there are people, I think, who are so used to putting on the facade. And during this, it's just like, let's stop it. Let's just get real and say that this is really hard.